Hello, thank you for joining me today. What we're about to do is a very simple and grounding yoga flow, super ideal for those slow mornings, maybe when you have a little bit more low energy, or before winding down for bed. Otherwise, it is just a very great go-to flow for any time of day and any energy level. So let's get started in a nice, easy seated position. You can cross your legs. Sit bones ground down on your mat, spine lengthens, crown of your head reaches up towards the ceiling. Palms face down on your knees. Close your eyes. Allow yourself a few moments to settle in. We'll do a body scan, so notice from your head to your toes how your body feels. Notice any areas with sensations, any areas that feel sore. Then we will check in mentally and emotionally. Notice how you are showing up to your mat. Are you feeling grounded? Are you feeling anxious, excited? Just take a moment to notice. Then on your next inhale, take a big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, release. Do that again. Inhale, fill. Open your mouth, release. Begin that Ujjayi breath, breathing in through the nose. Out through the nose. On that next inhale, notice the chest rise. On the exhale through the nose, try to make an ocean-like sound at the back of your throat. 3 more rounds of Ujjayi breath on your own count. On your next inhale, you can blink open your eyes. Stay for your exhale. On the next inhale, arms and gaze above. Exhale, twist to the right, left hand to right knee, gaze over your right shoulder. On the inhale, we come back to center, arms and gaze above. Exhale, twist to the left, right hand to left knee, gaze over that left shoulder on the exhale. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now we're going to keep our Ujjayi breath going as we make our way onto all fours to set up for cat and cow pose. On all fours, wrists in line with shoulders, knees in line with hips. On your next inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, bring your gaze up. Exhale, cat pose, arch your spine, gaze towards your belly button. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale to a flat back. Quadruped. We're going to lift our left arm up, right leg up. Keep the breath going. Drop your right hip to be in line with your left. Then lift your right leg and your left arm an inch higher. We are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay for a round of breath. Inhale, fill up. On your exhale, tap your elbow to your knee. Inhale, back to quadruped. Exhale, release down. Take a resting breath here. On the other side, right arm lifts, left leg lifts. Drop the left hip to be in line with the right. Lift the right arm and the left foot an inch higher. Should feel this activated in your lower core. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One full round of breath here, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, tap knee to elbow. Inhale, back to quadruped. Exhale, release to all fours, one round of breath. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find some movement in your down dog. Pedal out your feet, bend your knees. In down dog, your feet are hip width distance or slightly wider. Your hands are shoulder width distance or slightly wider, and your gaze goes through your leg. Find the stillness. On your inhale, lift your right leg up. Step it through, kneeling runner's lunge. So 90-degree bend in that right knee. We drop the left knee down. If it's accessible in your body, your fingertips can come onto the ground. If that's not accessible, bring one hand on top of the other on top of your right leg. Gaze is directly in front of you. We are here for 5 rounds of Ujjayi breath. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Now we're going to bring our hands down to our mat. We're going to take half splits with movement. So on our inhale, gaze goes up. On the exhale, we're going to lean back, half splits. Hands can stay where they are, or you can walk them back. We're only here for that exhale. On the inhale, bend back into the right knee. Exhale, lean back, half splits. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, bend. One more round. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, bend. Stay for the exhale. Left hand grounds down. On your inhale, twist open towards the right. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, right hand comes down. Step back, downward facing dog. One resting breath. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step through, kneeling runner's lunge, 90-degree bend in the left knee, drop the right knee down. Again, hands can stay on the mat or bring one hand on top of each other on your left thigh. 5 rounds of breath. Bring your hands down to your mat. We're going to lean back for half split, so take that inhale. Exhale, lean back, half splits. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, bend. One more round. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, bend. Stay for a round of breath. Right hand grounds down on the inhale, twist open towards your left. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, that hand comes back. Then we will step back, downward facing dog. And then make your way on to all fours. We'll do one round of cat and cow. On the inhale, belly drops, gaze comes up, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale to a flat back. Make your way onto your knees for camel pose. In camel, our knees, our hip width distance are slightly wider. Your preference, toes can be untucked or tucked. Hands are going to come to our lower back. We are going to scoop our tailbone under as our gaze comes up towards the ceiling. We want to avoid dropping our neck back like this. We want a nice strong and sturdy neck. So just keep that gaze up slightly. Continue to breathe in through your nose. Out through your nose. This is a heart opener, so it may feel a little bit intense. Just keep breathing here. We'll take 3 more rounds of breath. One more round of breath. On that next inhale, fill up. On the exhale, start to gently tuck your chin in, untuck your tailbone, and we will make our way to child's pose. Big toes touch, knees as wide as our mat. Walk our fingertips forward. Rest your forehead down on your mat. We'll take 3 rounds of breath here. Next, we will thread the needle. So lift your bum off your heels just a little bit. On your inhale, lift your right arm up. On your exhale, bring that right arm underneath your left or right cheek to your mat. 3 rounds of breath. Inhale, come back to center. Then we'll switch, stay for the exhale. Then inhale, left arm through, thread the needle, left cheek down to your mat. 3 rounds of breath. On your inhale, come back to center or pop back to child's pose. Just a round of breath. Back to all fours. 1 round of cat and cow. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale to a flat back. Make your way on to your bum. Bring your legs out in front of you for a nice straight leg forward fold. We want to flex our feet towards our face. Make sure our sit bones feel ground down completely. On our inhale, arms and gaze above. On our exhale, fold forward. You do not need to touch your toes here. You can just gently rest your hands down wherever they lay naturally. We're going to be here for 5 rounds of breath. On my inhales, I like to lengthen my spine. On my exhales, I like to see if I can just get a little bit deeper without forcing anything too much. On your next inhale, bring your chest back up. We will make our way onto our backs for bridge pose. So you can come first lying on your back. Bridge pose, we're going to bend our knees. Feet are going to ground down on our mat. Feet are hip width distance or slightly wider. Fingertips should just barely touch our heels. On our next inhale, feet ground down, hips lift up. Shimmy your shoulder blades underneath you. If it's accessible in your body, you can interlace your hands behind your back. Scooping that tailbone under yet again. We are here for 5 rounds of Ujjayi breath. After your last round of breath in bridge pose, you can lower down to your mat gently. Take a good evening or good morning stretch, whatever time of day it is for you. So arms above, legs out in front. Then we will bend our knees again, feet ground down on our mat. Supine figure 4. We'll start with our left leg down. Our right leg is going to come in front, flexing our right foot. We will lift that left foot off the mat now. Bring our right hand behind our left leg to meet our left hand. And we will be here for 3 rounds of breath. After that last round of breath, Release the pose, feet ground back down. Take a resting breath here. Supine figure 4 on the other side. Left foot's going to come in front. We're going to lift that right leg off the mat. Bring that left hand behind our right thigh. Right hand comes around to meet it. Flex both that left and right foot. 3 rounds of breath. After that last round of breath, release the foes. Feet can come down, and then we'll take a nice good evening or good morning stretch. Supine twist. Hug your right knee in towards your chest. On your exhale, drop that leg across your body. Gaze in the opposite direction. 3 rounds of Ujjayi breath. We want to try to keep our shoulders ground down as much as possible in this pose. Then on your inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release. Switch sides. Inhale, hug the left knee in towards the chest. Exhale, drop that leg across your body. Gaze in the opposite direction. On your inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release the pose. Take a final good evening or good morning stretch. Bring your hands down to your side, setting up for Savasana. So there is nothing left to do here except close your eyes, relax your body, allow your breathing to return to normal, and I will call you when it is time to come out of this pose. Begin to bring movement back into your body, wiggling your fingers, your toes, gently activating your arms and your legs. Notice your breath deepen. Roll onto your right side for fetal pose. Our symbolism for rebirth, renewal, a fresh start. And make your way up to a nice, easy seated position, just like we started class. Sit bones ground down, spine lengthens, crown of the head reaches up towards the ceiling. Palms face down on your knees. Giving yourself a few moments to settle in. So we'll do that body scan, noticing from your head to your toes how your body feels now compared to the beginning of practice. Then we'll check in mentally, emotionally, notice how you feel now compared to the beginning of practice. Then we'll bring one hand to our heart, one hand to our belly. Take a moment to think about one thing you are grateful for about your body today. Then take a moment to think about one thing in your life you are grateful for today. Bring your hands to heart center. We will take 3 rounds of breath together to close out practice. On your next inhale, big breath in through the nose. Open your mouth, release. Do that again. Inhale, fill. Exhale, release. Last big breath in through your nose. Release your practice. Thank you so much for sharing this space. I hope you create a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.